Morning, just thought I'd give you all a little update on where we're at with Connie and the visit to the genetics clinic last week. It was quite an interesting little meeting. The lady from Ret UK, Julie, came up and obviously a consultant. It wasn't the one we normally see, but she was very interested in what we were telling her about Connie. She couldn't give us an explanation for the strange leaning to the side that she does. In fact, she actually did one of those while we were there and she was quite amazed by it. So what she said is we need to go back to our other consultant, the neurologist, and find out whether it's the mix of medicines that we're on now, because obviously they are quite very, very powerful. It's very powerful medication that Connie's on. To see whether the mix and the fact that we're changing the levels of medication are having an effect on Connie, or whether that is something else that's happening that could be associated with Rets. So it's just going to be elimination, really. What else did she tell me? Just that she's going to organise a sleep study for Connie. She feels that what we've told her about all the sleeping pattern, the breathing, not knowing if she's breathing, how erratic it is, and could all be pointing to the fact that we need to get a proper baseline done of Connie's sleeping pattern. So we'll be getting an invite to spend the evening, maybe one or two, in hospital, could be Lancaster or Preston, where Connie will be wired up completely to a lot of machinery. She said it's very intense. We'll wait and see. And see what we can get from a sleep study, and we will also be being sent for a swallowing assessment through the speech and language therapist at the college that she goes to. She couldn't understand why she hadn't had one before. I said I didn't know that if she had or not, because nobody's ever come back to me and said what the results were. Another promising point was that Ret UK are making up a checklist that will be sent out to all doctors of I think where it's just where there are children or young people with Rett syndrome attending those doctors' surgeries, and it will be a complete checklist of what a doctor should do when they're having their annual health check, which I'll be really pleased to get, because when I took Connie, the doctor didn't know what to do at all. Didn't know what checks to do on Connie, and I said, well, really, for a starting point, I'd just do any checks that you do on anybody else. But really, there is a lot that should be done in a health check on an annual basis, and doctors' surgeries do get paid extra to do health checks on young adults with disabilities. So they should all be offering that, and they should be sent in on a yearly basis, so I've been told. Something else I didn't know. So yesterday as well, I rang up Steph, Connie's specialist epilepsy nurse, just to ask her about the medication. She said that Connie's sleep-deprived EEG was, I've written it down, was grossly abnormal. Now then, I didn't know that's what they said. So I'm a little bit sort of concerned about that term, but anyway, we'll wait and see. She said, basically, let's wait till we get the lamotrigine out of Connie's system. And that'll be next Thursday that she takes the last one. And then give her a week, 2 weeks, and let's just keep seeing how she is. I can ring her up. I've got the dates that she's actually in, and I can speak to her if I'm concerned. I have reported back that Connie is just continuously having seizures morning and night. We've had quite a big one this morning. I just got her downstairs on the chair, and she'd totally gone. Her right arm and leg were jerking. Her eyes, her pupils were massive. She's not aware of me whatsoever. I asked her several times, could she move her arm to put her arm in a jumper. There was no response whatsoever. No response to just staring straight at me, but as if I wasn't there. I just stayed with her and stroked her arm and stroked her leg and talked to her and just waited. And I think must have been at least 6 to 7 minutes before she came back. And then she comes back and she's just as she was before. But I think she's going to be extremely tired tonight, because that's what we're finding. She's just absolutely shattered. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Still waiting for some letters to come as confirmation of other appointments. A letter from the neurologist, I'm still waiting for that to come. It's on its way, and I'll be putting all this together and completing Connie's diary for the neurologist, which I do on a daily basis, and we'll wait and see where we end up. Okie doke, bye bye.
Having a little sniff out with Con. Just come home and asked straight away to open her advent calendar. I forgot to do it this morning. What number is it today? No, not that one. It's number 4. No, that's a big one. 6, 4. Up there. That one. What is it today? It's a twirl. What have you done at college today? You been swimming?
Yeah.
Have you been cooking?
Yeah.
She's made a lovely cheese and potato pie at college. Oh, that's straight in your mouth today. You've not eaten the last 2. Is that good? Is that good?
Mm.
Good.